Hello dear students, welcome to our YouTube channel Agri Adhyapak. If you haven't subscribed the channel, please do subscribe and join us on Telegram channel to get free materials and other updates. Links are in the description. We are providing online course at very affordable price. For more details, visit our website www.agriadhyapak.com and approach us through WhatsApp at 7845 765498. Thank you. Hello students, in this class I would like to explain on the topic called classification of manures and fertilizers. In the other class I have explained on the classification of fertilizers based on the forms, that means tight fertilizer, mixed fertilizer as well as the complex fertilizer. But in this class I would like to explain the fertilizer classification based on the nutrient which is present in the fertilizer. So let us see the classification of manures first of all. Manures are nothing but the organic and fertilizers are nothing but the inorganic or artificial or chemical fertilizer. So in organic manures, if we see, they are further classified into bulky organic manure as well as concentrated organic manure. So why bulky organic manure? Why did they name? Based on the quantity of the manure which is present, on which they have named it as bulky organic manure. And the second one is concentrated, that means in the very less amount of the quantity, the nutrient which is present in that particular manure will be very high, maybe nitrogen, phosphorus or potassium. So let us see what are the bulky organic manures. The first one is FIM, farmyard manure. It is nothing but the out of the cow dung which they prepare farmyard manure. So farmyard manure is required around some 40 to 45 days to get well decomposed. So farmyard manure, one of the bulky organic manure which requires around 12.5 tons per hectare is the recommendation for the most of the crops. So the second one is compost. Compost made out of maybe vegetable waste, any farm waste and anything, that is called compost. Then the third one is sewage. Sewage is nothing but the municipal water that can be directly turned to the field. So but municipal water, other than the name is sewage. So sewage can be used in the farm but not for all the crops, especially for the fodder crops they go for sewage water. So because the reason SDT will be very high. So the next one is sheep folding. Sheep folding is nothing but when we are going for the sheep in the field, in the entire night we will be keeping the entire flock in the field, so that out of their droppings entire field will get the manure. So sheep folding is one of the method to give the manure to the field. The reason is in the daytime or in the night time we will not be going for the tying of the sheep into the individual pole, but will be keeping as flock. As you know, shepherds will be moving from one field to the other field to the long distances. So these sheep will be keeping in the farmer's field by the payment basis. So and the one night if they are kept in the farmer's field, so some amount farmer has to pay to the shepherd. So likewise farmer land will be getting the manures. Then the next one is green manure. Again in green manure, two types are there, green manure and also green leaf manure. Green manure means entire plant can be used as manure for the field. Then green leaf manure is only the leaf of the tree will be used for the manure. Green manure we can take some of the pulse crops, other than that other manure crops are there, and green leaf manure like neem tree and pungamia also are there. Apart from that, another important green manure is there, Sesbania rostrata. So this one also very important. And in here in Sesbania rostrata, here what we have to learn is this plant can fix the atmospheric nitrogen to the stem, not to the root. But we know that green gram, black gram, most of the pulse crops will be fixing the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil in the form of nodules into the roots. But Sesbania rostrata also will fix the atmospheric nitrogen in the nodules, but not to the roots but to the stem. So this one also can be used as a manure. Then the next one is vermicompost. Vermicompost, you know that can be used for the manure for the soil which is made out of earthworms. Then the next one is biofertilizers out of microorganisms like bacteria, especially we can go for application of biofertilizers into the soil, so that once we apply the biofertilizers, the microbes which are in this will be multiplying into the soil and they will act much more into the decomposition of all organic matter into the soil. Then the next one is concentrated manures. So already I explained the meaning of concentrated manures. So here there are 5 types: edible oil cakes, non-edible oil cakes, blood meal, fish meal and bone meal. So let us see what are the edible oil cakes. Edible oil cakes, already you know the classification of all. Edible oil is there, non-edible oil is there. Edible oil is the thing which we consume, human. So after we go for extraction of oil from the different crops like groundnut or sunflower, whatever it may be, I mean sesame. So after we extract the oil, the leftover raw material or the solid material can be used for the menu. That may be groundnut cake or till cake, other name is sesame cake. So these cakes can be applied to the field for the menu. Then the next one is non-edible oil cake. So non-edible means castor is one of the non-edible oil, so that after we extract the oil, the leftover raw material can be used for the manure into the soil. Then the next one is blood meal. So out of the blood also we prepare meal. So in the blood meal, much amount of nitrogen is there when we compare with the phosphorus and potassium. 13.5% of nitrogen is there in the blood meal, but 1% is the phosphorus and 0.6% is the potassium. Then the next one is fish meal. So here lot of controversy is going about the fish meal, though it is one of the good manure to the soil, but because of the animal right and all the protection laws are there which are acting against the fish meal and bone meal and all, especially fish meal, because the bones of the fish we go for giving to the soil by powdering it or to making it to be well powder, and will be applying into the field. But these fishes are not the fishes that we consume on. When fishermen go into the sea and when they catch the fishes, some of the fishes will come which we don't take or feed on. So those fishes will be sent to the factories to turn them to be the fish meal. So because of which, what animal protecting laws which are acting against is, why need to kill them and why need to cause some harm to the ecosystem. So some few controversies are going on, but still this is one of the well manure to the soil. Then the next one is bone meal. Bone meal means any bone meal, may be the buffalo or cow or pig, whatever the animals, after they die, the leftover, I mean the skeleton can be, the bones can be powder and can be applied to the field. So these are the few concentrated or most of the concentrated organic manures. Then the next one is artificial or chemical fertilizers. So these are the fertilizers which are very important and also mostly accepted by the farmers, because they are like something ready-made fertilizers and they are having little high amount of expected nutrient. The first one is micronutrients. Micronutrients means we all know that every crop requires some minute quantity of micronutrients. So based on which accordingly we can apply the micronutrients into the soil. So I hope you know the difference between major nutrient and the minor nutrient or micronutrient. Major nutrient means the plant requires large amount of nutrient from the soil, and minor nutrient means plant requires minor quantity of nutrient from the soil. That is the difference between major and minor or micronutrients. So micronutrients, some of the micronutrients which are present, and also TNAU mixer also is there where we'll have the all together micronutrients. So one of the example is zinc sulfate, where zinc is one of the micronutrient, and hope you all know most of the Indian soils are deficient with zinc. So zinc sulfate one of the best example to apply to the soil. Then the next one is nitrogenous fertilizer. So this is one of the major nutrient which plant required of. So nitrogenous fertilizers are there like urea, diammonium phosphate. So these are the two fertilizers which are well known by the Indian farmers. Then potassic fertilizers. So potassium will be applied to the crop. So muriate of potash, sulfate of potash, these are the major fertilizers which are providing the potassic fertilizer into the field. Then the next one is complex fertilizer. So complex fertilizer means more than two fertilizers which are present in the one, more than two nutrients which are present in the one fertilizer, that can be called as complex fertilizer. The best example is diammonium phosphate. Then the next one is mixture. So or any three of these or more than that, when we mix physically, that fertilizer can be called as mixed fertilizer. It is not commercially or in market it is not available, but either straight fertilizer or the complex fertilizer we have to take and physically we have to mix the fertilizer and can be applied to the field. That fertilizer we can call mixture fertilizer. Then the next one is phosphatic fertilizer. So phosphatic fertilizer also having two types of fertilizers, single superphosphate and double superphosphate, even triple superphosphate also is there. So these are the fertilizers which are providing the phosphorus, so that can be also applied to the field. Then the next one is soil amendments. Soil amendments which are something like recovering the soil from the lack of the nutrient. So these are like gypsum and lime. Based on the SDT and based on the alkalinity we go for soil application. So gypsum and lime can be a good amendment to the soil based on the SDT and alkalinity. So this is all about the classification of manures and fertilizers. Hope you like the class. If you find this class is very helpful, please like the video and please do subscribe and share with your friends. If you would like to join with us in the group, please text us through WhatsApp by the number 7845 765498. Thank you.